So I am like, I want to say 20%. Yeah, I'm basically 20% away from completing The Vampiric Vacation by Kirsten White. So I figured what better way to start off the vlog than to film me trying to finish the book. So this will be the first book that we finish in the month of March because it's already after midnight. And it'll be the first book on our vampire TBR to be completed. Woot! So not only are we ahead of the game, but one book down and like 6 more to go. So not too shabby. So you're just gonna like hang out with me while I finish reading this, and then if I have some thoughts, I'll say them out loud. If not, you'll get a little review. So let's get into it. Y'all do not understand how comfy Snorlax is. Like, he is the best. If you can get a Pokemon sleeping bag, do it. I'm currently 78% of the way through the book, and there's only 3 minutes left in this chapter. Oh, snap. Okay, so the descriptions that she has for this Count character is hilarious. I was trying to help you to protect you, but I'm sorry. She stepped to the side. Behind her appeared the Count, sweeping into the room like the world's most unwelcome Roomba, devouring that last tiny Lego piece most needed to finish her project. Like, what? It's so fucking funny. Oh my god. Not he just spliced their name together. And you two, the Swinterbottom children. Oh no, somebody's after them. What is going on here? You have to look closer. How can you steal something that's got your initials on it? I don't think it's stolen. Let's think of this another way. $84%. Oh, the characters are connected. Okay. Chapter 34. I wonder how many chapters are in this book. These are the questions you gotta ask yourself, you know? We're at 34. Oh, there's only 4 chapters left. Okay. Okay. I'm weak. It's a huge hotel, and the Bloods kept a lot of secrets from me. I need a little more time or several more children. Why do you need children? Oh, child labor is the best kind of labor. Everyone knows that. You don't have to pay them. You tell them they're each looking for something secret, and they can't tell anyone else. They're already nosy little pests, so they love that. And best of all, they're small enough to fit into unexpected places. Wow. They have all these little, like, hints and clues to, like, Dracula and vampires, but I was not expecting Van Helsing to not be a good guy. Interesting. Okay. Not health smoothies. So the story is about these 3 siblings. Will, who's the older sister, who's always on her phone. Her phone is named Rodrigo. And then there's Theo and Alexander. They're twins. Theo is the rash one and Alexander is the cautious one. And it's so cute because he's always talking about like rules and regulations and how you need to be set up for food service before you can serve food, things of that nature. So this girl that they're following leads them into this nest. It had books, pillows, paintings, shoes, but only the left ones. Stacks of paper, one of Alexander's favorite shirts, one of Quincy's cowboy hats, a tube of Will's best lip gloss, what looked like an entire drawer's worth of silverware, and keys. Lots and lots of keys. So many keys. Lucy gestured to them, that small secret smile lighting her face, much like the candle lit the nest. Though Alexander was less afraid that the light of Lucy's small secret smile might accidentally catch all these very flammable objects on fire. Candles were not a safe lighting choice here. Still a flashlight next, okay, he said. Please? Lucy nodded solemnly. Like, it's so adorable. Oh my gosh. 2 more minutes left in the chapter. Ah! 3 more chapters! I'm so weak. Y'all didn't know where the peanut butter and jelly was? Y'all was just gonna eat bread? Ugh, children. $91%. Chapter 37. Ooh, we gotta figure out how to get... There it is. Okay. Yeah, chapter 37. 1 more chapter. Oh, and I planned that perfectly, too. Only got 14 minutes left. Alright. Not stickier than ever, ma'am. Your children was born sticky. I knew we was up to no good. Oh no, he got away! And at the last... Well, we gotta read book 3 now. We gotta know what happens. Dang. He's got little helpers everywhere. He cannot be trusted. So you mean to tell me that all of these families, all of these parents are just kidnapped? They just ransacking homes full of parents? What? And why did it take 2 books to get to this? Okay, they do it too much. They do it too much. My heart can't take it. Come on, it's a summer camp, Theo said. Even if Edgar Arndt is there, what's the worst that can happen? Poison ivy? No, Aunt Sophronia said, shaking her head solemnly. You're going to die. D-Y-E. What? Theo and Alexander gasped in unison. Tie-dye. A lot of tie-dye. Be careful of the twists. Do not mess with my heart like this. Nothing can happen to these children. Oh my god. But they would soon find they had no choices whatsoever, and some camps took tying and dyeing deadly serious. The book is finished! I am going to give it 4 carrots. I thoroughly enjoyed it. So in this one, Will, Theo, and Alexander go to a spa, the Sanguine Spa, and it's run by this guy called the Count, and he very much gives me vampire vibes. In fact, the entire book, even despite the title being Vampiric Vacation, gave me vampire vibes. The 2 little girls that run the shop with him are named Lucy and Mina, characters from Dracula. The kids take up a trunk to a room, and the initials are Van H. Van Helsing, okay? So Mina has to do everything because her sister is gone, her parents are gone, and the Count runs the spa, and everybody is going to be working for him. He has brought in these families, and he has promised this epic vacation, parents getting to do all the relaxation, and kids getting to do, you know, a lot of kid activities. The kid activities are ran by a child not much older than Theo and Alexander, which I believe is about 12, 13, and she is a lassoer. So almost all the activities are adventure related. But strange things are afoot. They go to bed with locked doors and then wake up with the doors unlocked. They have visions of a blonde girl that comes and takes things and asks them silly questions. Mina, who seems very nice, and it's very clear that Alexander is developing a crush on her, will talk to you in regular conversation and then immediately start yelling at you not to do something, even though she wasn't specifically talking to you. I liked this one a lot. I don't know if I liked it as much as the first book, but the comedy was still above par. The next book is Camp Creepy, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and check that out. Our first book for March is complete. Our first vampire TBR readathon is complete, and we can move on to the next one. What's the next one? Not sure. I'll let you know. So, again, I'm going to give this 4 carrots. I really enjoyed it, and thanks so much for hanging out, and I'll see you next time. Have out! Welcome back. I just completed book 2 of our vampire readathon, and it is not even the 3rd of March. I am killing it right now. So the book that I finished is called Fangs by Sarah Anderson, and if you don't know who she is, get yourself some culture. Her illustrations, her comics are everywhere. They're amazing. They're just little bits and pieces of life in relationships, outside of relationships, being single. It's amazing. Go get you some. This book is a love story between a vampire and a werewolf. Now, I picked it up because it's Sarah Anderson, but that blurb was all I needed to know that I was going to absolutely enjoy it. And enjoy it, I did. I gave this 5 carrots. It's criminally too short. It's 100 pages total. So there's a werewolf, his name is Jimmy, and there's a vampire, her name is Elsie, and they meet and they begin to fall in love with each other and try and figure out how to make it work with them being on 2 different sides of the supernatural spectrum, and it is everything. It's told through short comics. Most comics last, I think the longest one is the first comic. It's like 5 pages. After that, they're a page and a half. But all of the stories are super relatable, super adorable, and I love them. Of the stories that are in here, my favorite one would have to be the one about how they met. The one where they spend the night together, because it's so cute. So that's them in bed, and then that's them in the morning. And he's like, sunshine, whoosh. Like, it's the whoosh for me. It's the fact that he opens the curtains and she is set ablaze. And then he's like, oops, sorry. Are you okay? Like, it's just learning to get to, like, know each other and work with each other to make the relationship work. Like, it's such a healthy depiction of a budding romance. Like, fucking loved this. And Elsie, I love supporting women's rights, but I love supporting women's wrongs as well. Like, he asks her in one of these if she's ever been cheated on, and she's like, yeah. And he's like, well, what did you do? And the panel is silent, and then her response is another question. With his body? Like, she takes no shit, and I fucking love her. So I'm giving this 5 carrots. I didn't know it was as short as it was. It was thoroughly enjoyable. I did not want it to end, and I hope Miss Anderson has some more panels of love stories coming soon, because this was everything. And this is the second book that we finished for the Vampire Readathon. I am currently 54% through Better Off Red, and I am about to start Pretty Dead. This one is short too. It has 193 pages, so I'm thinking that I can swing this out pretty quickly. I don't want to get too ahead of myself because I do have quite a few things going on in March, but with the books being as short as they are and me planning to be reading 7 of them and having already completed 2, I may add some more vampire books to the readathon list just because if I have the chance to get them out the way, why wouldn't I? That'll leave me more room for more vampire books or other themes in the future. So, I'm Gabby, this is the Ink Bunny, and I've just completed a book, and I will check in with you later.